So yeah, they didn't score into the fourth quarter. Talk about Miami. And they right. And Floyd was 14 to 23, 114, a pick and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Devin a chain or out chain, whatever word you want to use. I'm like, dude, you ain't good enough to say first to call you a certain name. If it's Devin out chain or a chain, whatever, either way, you was without a win. But it's just like
He's pretty good though.
he is. No, I like him. I think he is. But Zach Wilson was 5 of 8 for 32 yards. So I forgot that he was down there. I forgot that Milf Hunter was down there. But yeah, Tyreek Hill, 4 for 40. Jalen Waddle, 4 for 30. Like I said, it's either he goes 6 for 150, right? Like he's done against us a couple of times, or is this type of game here? There's no way 2025 Daniel Jones should look that good against you. No way. No way.
I mean, 22 and 29, 272 with a touchdown. And the upsetting part about it is he made Michael Pittman Jr. look like a real number one again. 6 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
I mean, I think people view Pittman as a one, though. I think view him as a one.
An Indy one. He'd be a one here too, but I don't think he's a NFL one.
There's a lot of guys that'd be a one here, but I'm saying like there's a few teams I feel like he'd be a one at. Like, I mean, even within his division, he'd be.
Well, oh yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying? So no, I mean, he's not bad, but I think that Tyler Warren looked really good. I see he had 7 catches for 75 yards or 76 yards, so
he looked really good.
Yeah, I'm like,
and Jonathan Taylor looks like almost back to his form from a couple years ago.
Right. And if that's the case, they may have something. But once again, my laps increased, but every time they did a game update, I was like, okay, I'm like, all right, I'm looking at the score. I'm like, okay, they scored 3-0, okay. Then I saw at the half, I said 20-0. What? Against the vaunted Miami Dolphins offense? Like Mike McDaniel, and we wasn't good with. And this, I want those that, because there's a lot of different shows y'all can listen to, a lot of pundits y'all can listen to, a lot of takes y'all can listen to. We came on here, and I say we because it was collective. We came on here and told y'all that Mike McDaniel could be a candidate for getting up out of here. Said this to y'all. And some of y'all write in the comments, oh, you're not talking about X, Y, and Z, or how can you say X, Y, and Z? Once again, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Like, I don't know. And we said to see you calmly. We've yelled to y'all about it. We know what we're speaking about. We don't make left field comments. We know
that's not true, but
not fully.
We say wild shit.
Yes. Well, what I mean by left out, I'm saying, but stuff that I'm like, most of the stuff we say is going to land. It may not be normal when it lands. And it's just like,
I told you that Detroit was going to be the division winner 4 years before it happened.
Oof. I mean, talk about a turn with them yesterday too, but we'll get into that later on this week with the Power Record show. But but let's go a little further. So with this here, I mean, listen, I firmly believe that will Miami look better against us? Yes, because that's just how it's been. They're gonna look better against us.
Let me ask you a question before you give your next point. Should they look better against us? Are we not better than that Indy team, or should we not be better than Indy?
So we should be, but I just think that if we have to get a similar run or similar running performance that Indy got on Sunday as well, right? Because you can't just expect Daniel Jones to go out there and win you the game, even though he essentially did Sunday. But you also can't expect Drake May to throw for almost 50 times and not be a thing. So there has to be balance, and we talk about that all the time,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So, but yes, in short order, yes, it should be better, and we should look better against them. I always joke about there's a certain bug, that people get when they get to Miami because there's so much to do out there. And I don't care whether you play for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. South Beach always wins. Always. Like
why they haven't won a Super Bowl. And
no, right. But that's part of the reason, in my opinion. It's just like South Beach always wins. And it's wild because the Dolphins should absolutely have the best home field advantage in the league. Yeah. Once again,
Well,
those that live out there, if I'm lying, I'm telling you, from all the stuff that's around there, yeah, they should have the best home field advantage in the league. And I'm talking from experience. I'm telling you, they should have that because you can get whatever you're looking for out there. So you should have a blast. And then, come out there and, it they sweat it out in your pores all Sunday, but from Friday to Sunday.
I mean, you make it sound like that they water the field with penicillin because it's that bad down there, dude. I mean, I feel like
No, not with penicillin. Well, I'm talking because of the extracurricular activities, not the penicillin.
so am I.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
Yeah, excuse me. But yeah, whew. I mean, no, it is though. It can be, but either way, it hasn't translated for anybody. But yeah, I do.
So let me ask you a question. At what point, how badly does it have to go off the rails for them to fire Mike McDaniel?
I think if we give them a similar performance Sunday, he might be gone by week 3.
You really think that?
I think it's a shot. I don't know how Stephen Ross or whoever is down there would feel. I don't know who the GM is, but once again, they're delusional about the Dolphins down there. So they think they're supposed to compete. They just do. I'm saying I know from experience they think they're supposed to compete. It's the University of Miami, then the Dolphins, and everybody's underneath. Like that, they expect them to dominate. They expect them to play well. They do, and now they're gonna come out there to support because that's just the fan base. They're gonna come out and support. But I think that they may cave under public pressure. Like if we come in there and hang 30 on them, and it's 30 to like 10 or 30 to 15, something like that.
Yep.
Like I think they would have to look. They would have to lose like 30 to 27, I think, for something like that to keep him afloat. But if they get blown out again, especially in their home opener, yeah, I can see because it's about how you look. It's not about how you lose. Like I keep saying that it's not about. It's not about losing. It's how you lose. So
right. I mean, if we do something that we haven't done in 6 years, and we get a win in Miami, number one, but also if we beat the brakes off of them, I just find it really hard to believe that an owner or GM would make a decision to fire a coach before like week 6.
But if the expectations were that high, though, right, and you get blown out back to
were they really that high for Miami?
I'm saying how they feel internally down there. I'm saying I'm not talking about like nationally. I do think that his style has flamed out. It's not sustainable. It's just not. It's not sustainable, and we're seeing that, right? Let's run it down.
It reminds me of Pete Carroll here before he went back to college and then figured it all out.
Right. Right. And once again, will Mike McDaniel get another head coaching job? Absolutely. But it's a hard sell when you had Tyreek Hill now for a few years. You had Jalen Waddle. You had even Jalen Ramsey and some other players down there. And you couldn't. And granted, contact still sometimes when the quarterback obviously wasn't around. But it's just like you have enough time to lose to win a playoff game. Doesn't mean you have to win, 2 or 3 or get to the Super Bowl, but you can win a playoff game. It's real shaky.
Real quick, how bad does it look that Tyreek took the money just to go there? Like he could have won 3 more rings.
It looks real bad, especially what's kind of followed since then. Because I feel like if we're keeping it in a buck, it's clear that a lot of stuff probably was swept under the rug there, a lot, because everything had come to the surface with him in Miami. Everything that he's done off the field had come to fruition.
Not a great guy.
No, not at all. Not at all. Really good player, but like I say, yeah, just not a great person. And that goes without being said. But it's just like, to take. I mean, listen, 5 for 150. I would have seriously thought about it too. And once again, I'd rather live in Miami than live in Kansas City, Missouri. So I get it. No knock on that because it's a great town. I'm assuming, but in Kansas City and Miami. Period. But yeah, if you talk
Sure.
from a legacy standpoint and the way that they were, it was a joke every week. Like he would catch it at the 30 and be like, if you didn't get him on the first 5 or 6 yards, it was like, and once again, they've had that down, from Dante Hall to, like, man, like he was Dante Hall on steroids. Like it was crazy.
What's wild to me though is like, yeah, I understand you want to get the money and you want to be the number one guy or whatever it might be. Maybe you just want to move to Miami. That's fine.
Mhm.
But when you look back at it now, like aside from his first year and a half, like maybe just 2 seasons in Miami,
Mhm.
he's putting up numbers that I would argue he would have better numbers right now in Kansas City.
Of course, because Mahomes would get him the ball, right?
Like, what is he like? What are you doing? Why would you?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. I mean, but that's me. But that's where, if you're the agent, we talk about what does the agent do. This is where the agent comes in. Hey, yes, this deal and this market seems appealing, but if the more you win, the more that you're going to get. Now, I don't think Andrew Reid was trying to pay him 150, which is what I think what ended up pushing him out of the door. Um, but it's like, dude, like you could have been the next 10. I mean, and I guess, and maybe he felt slighted, right? Maybe he felt slighted because he was like, you know what, Kelsey's the guy that's getting prompted here, which and now we know that is clear that it's him and Kelsey, like kind of like how Brady and Gronk, like Tyreek Hill was kind of like the stepchild. It's just like how when that dude just on the outside and he runs a 5 yard slant like Michael Thomas and he takes the 80. Like we have never seen that before.
right.
Like it was unreal. Because the signature game I think about with them is the Houston game. I think in 2020. Um, to be down 24-0 and
Oh yeah.
just like that,
Yep.
it was they had to leave. And I'm just like it's unreal, unreal, unreal. So, but and
He'll wind up in Baltimore next year or something like that, or LA.
Philly, LA would be more feasible because I'm just like I don't see him as a Baltimore guy. Like they have
No,
certain things out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see on offense anyways. Like I said, they just got Hopkins who made a phenomenal catch last night.
off the field, he fits what they used to go after for defense. So I mean,
Yeah.
listen, I said that as a Patriot fan. So
No, I that. Um, as much as I love Ray Lewis, you was out of line for getting on Shannon Sharp, bro. Quick aside on that. I know this is a Patriots thing, but Ray Lewis, he was once again. I rock with you, Ray. I think the shit messages are super positive now, but we all know your past. So for you to get on Shannon Sharp to say that he's
allegedly,
okay, allegedly all life. We all know the past, and once again, he not Ray Caruth level, but something happened. We know something happened. So it's like for him for that to be a thing, and we know what's out there. Like those are old enough to know, like it's out there. Like you can't just hide from that. Shannon got freaky. Okay, that's what a lot of people do. Not even just men, people do. You could have had a conversation with him to the side. That's just my take on it. But it is what it is. But needless to say, yeah, I think we're going there.